Hi, my name's Emera, and for my speech, I'll be talking about climate change. So climate change is something that we are currently going through as we speak. Although there have been many ice ages, NASA states the last one was about 11,700 years ago, marking the beginning of the modern climate change era. Climate change didn't get extremely bad until the early 1980s, and we haven't been able to change it since. Today, I will be speaking about how climate change not only affects human health, but how it's caused and ways to reduce it. Okay. So the first one is causes of climate and how to reduce it. An opposing viewpoint would be many people believe that climate change is due to natural causes, but and not by human factors. In an article by the United Nations called Cause and Effects of Climate Change, they state that the biggest factor is due to fossil fuels, which is oil, gas, and things like that. Fossil fuels are accounting for over 75% of global greenhouse gas emissions, and nearly 90% of all carbon dioxide emission greenhouse gases are blanketing the earth and trapping the sun's heat, which leads to global warming and climate change. Although this is the biggest factor, it isn't the only factor. We also have pollution and consuming foods that we don't eat, and things like that. Sorry about that. Ways to reduce climate change. In an article by the NRDC that's written by Melissa Denshock, called How You Can Stop Global Warming, she gives us ways on how to reduce climate change, which would be by renewable energy, reducing water waste, energy efficient appliances, not getting foods you don't eat, and reusing, reducing, and recycling. Renewable energy uses wind and solar and converts it to energy. Reducing water waste also reduces carbon pollution, because it does take a while and a lot of energy to heat your water and get it flowing and stuff. So a way to reduce water waste would be shorter showers, turning your water off when you're brushing your teeth, and things as such. When you have foods you don't eat anymore, you might want to reduce that a little bit. And also when you're done with it, putting it in the compounds bin instead of the landfill bin, because when you're putting it in landfill, when they burn it, it's creating methane and putting it into our air, making it bad for us to breathe in. Energy efficient appliances, since it's been a thing, it's kept 2.3 billion tons of carbon out of the air, which is the same amount of carbon pollution made by 440 billion cars. Okay. Ways climate change is harmful to health. An opposing viewpoint would be some people think the condition and current status of climate change is good for us. In an article by CDC called Climate Effects on Health, they state the U.S. public health can be affected by physical, biological, and ecological systems, including disturbances from here and everywhere else in the world. In another article by EPA called Climate Impacts on Human Health, they tell us warmer temps can lead to more frequent and longer heat waves, causing heat-related deaths, dehydration, and heat strokes. They also say that the air quality is getting worse from the warmer temperatures, worsening the air quality indoors and out, which means that no matter where we are, the air is bad for us. This can lead to asthma attacks, respiratory and cardiovascular disease, wildfires being a factor from the unhealthy pollutants that it's releasing into the air. Climate effects on Earth. In an article by World Health Organization called Climate Change and Health they state by 2030 the damage cost to health will be 2 to 4 billion a year, and between 20 to 30 to 2050 climate change is expected to cause approximately 250,000 additional deaths per year. And a couple of things that are affecting the earth, we have sea level rising, we have glaciers melting, wildfires. We have in some areas around the world shelter no longer being able to be made because of the conditions of where they live. We have drinking water is no longer being able to be drunk. It's not able to be safe to drink. We have air quality. Most people think it's too late to change the effect that climate change has on our world, but it's never too late to change something as serious as climate change. For our children's future, if you did choose to have any, and for our future's life in our life's future in general. If you haven't already, it's time to change your ways now and do your part on bettering the world, because we only have one. Pick up your trash, throw it away when you're finished. Use less water. Turn off electricity if you're done using it, such as light. If you're not in a room anymore, but the light is still on, turn it off. if if the tap is going when you're brushing your teeth, turn it off. Like, it's just little simple things like that. Reduce, reuse, and recycle anything that you can, anything that you can think of, because it's always helpful in the long run. In my speech, I talked about the harmful ways climate change has affected humans and the earth, and how it was caused, and ways to reduce. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.